I know. This is not what you're used to. This is not what you're used to seeing. But it's not what you think. I promise. Let me explain. So, welcome back to the channel, guys. As you can see, I am sitting on the 22 Street Bob. And that guy's sitting on the scooter. It's neither here nor there. So, in a nutshell, I had an opportunity to trade in the Dyna for a great price, way more than I thought I'd get via trade-in, and a great price for this 22 Street Bob as well. So it just became an offer I couldn't refuse. You know how holidays get at the end of the month, dealership that is. You know, they want to move bikes, they want to make their quotas. Understandable, it's a business, and at times like this I support the business. Most of you guys have seen some of my other videos, specifically more recently, will know that after doing a head-to-head test drive between the Fat Bob and the Lowrider ST, I preferred the Fat Bob. And, you know, you can go watch that video as to why and all that other stuff. But in a nutshell, I still have my 21 Road King Special. Unfortunately, I haven't had it since Thanksgiving because it's doing this. Right. So, while that was in the shop, they reached out to me, tried to make some moves, a little bit of back and forth, and here we are. So, let's talk about it. So, first of all, let me apologize. I know I haven't put up a video in a couple of weeks here. Just got a lot of stuff going on. I went on like 3 different trips. All of them I'll be posting the videos for. I just got to go through the editing process. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram and you're interested to see where we're at, what all the stuff we're doing and the stuff we're going, that's the most up-to-date platform that I have, because obviously ease of use. You know, you take a picture on your phone, you post it, you write some clever shit, on to the next one. So if you don't already follow me on Instagram, please do, and I'll give you the what to look up right here, I don't know. Anyway, so we're on the 22 Street Bob, the Feet Bob. Wow, I like that. And you're riding, I don't know, I wouldn't say shotgun, but you are sitting in the crotch cam, basically. So, totally stock, 114, mag rims. I love it because I like to take my bikes apart, put it back together, as I'm sure most of you guys do. I like to customize it, I like to make it mine, I like to dial it in, and that's exactly what I'm going to do here. So I plan on doing my best to do things a little bit differently than what I've done on the Dyna and what I've done on the Road King so far. If anything, just to have some sort of nuance to compare to. You know, whether it's seats, bars. Wow, it's kind of windy without the windshield, so I hope the audio is good. But seats, bars, foot pegs, you know, it boils down to, first of all, cost, and then second of all, you know, we all have our things that we like, that we call our tried and true, if you will, whether it be tires, parts, blah, 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 whatever that is. So, in an effort to give something to compare to against the other bikes that I built, I'm going to do my best. You know, like I said, cost permitting, I'll do my best to pick different bars, different seat, you know, all that. And then I'll have a better opinion. You know, if you guys want to know about, you know, what was on the Dyna compared to what was on this, or the Road King, you know. So anyway, that's the plan. We'll see how it works out. I can tell you that first things first, I gotta get rid of these grips. To any of those who are riding on stock grips, I would like to ask you in your hands of steel, how do you do it? This shit kills me. I've got callous hands. It's not like I'm a ninny or anything like that, you know what I mean? So, but not for me. So, bars, definitely the seat, especially, you know, without the windshield, because A, I like to ride pretty hard, and no windshield, no seat with a backrest or a little kick flip of anything, and you know, I'm earning every mile per hour that I'm on. So, you know, it's a great thing around town. You know, you're open, you're free, you're moving, but when you're on the highway doing 5 above, maybe, yeah, you know, it's taxing, to say the least. Alright, just had to take a little break because it is getting windy on the highway, and I'd like to get this video right and not having to keep shooting it every time I realize the audio sucks. So, slow down here for a little bit. Hopefully my voice is as clear as can be. I do feel the wind in my helmet. So I'm hoping we're not affected by that. But anyway, back to golf. So, Street Bob, I loved it. I actually, I went with the black and orange, and I know for the 22 models they have some really nice colors. They have that blue, which I think is beautiful. You know how I feel about blue. Just look at my Road King, right? But been there, done that. The red. I love the red. The red is super sharp. Looks really great with the black, but I want something different. So the other colors I was considering, but were not available at the location, would have been that gray, because I think that gray and black looks nice, and there are a few ways you can go with the secondary color with that. And obviously the white, you know, if you see my Dyna, you guys know I'm also partial to white bikes. If anything, for the color combinations that you can choose to go. I know black and red, black and blue, black and gold, you know, all very common, all great. But I wanted to challenge, I wanted to do something a little different. My goal is to do this bike right with the orange accents, but not overdo it, just enough to make you go, wow, that's badass. Not, what the fuck is that, a electric pumpkin? But yeah, so that's the goal. I'll let you guys decide whether or not I have succeeded as time progresses. But yeah, so black and orange is where we at. I've been calling her Roberta or Roberta, Bobby. Just don't call her Bob. I've already done a few minor things here, and I'll get into that a little bit later when I get off the bike and kind of show you guys. But the one thing I did was kind of pull these bars back a little bit. I do like the height of the bars. Get me wrong. The width of the bars is probably where I have the issue. It's just, and it is rush hour, guys. So yeah. So things may not be as smooth, at least visually, but bear with me, I'll do what I can. So, man, I lost my train of thought, just like that. That's crazy. But yeah, I've done a few things to it already, you know, pull the bars back a little bit. The bars are wide. I'm gonna replace these things ASAP. as soon as possible. But they're good bars. I think, you know, they're really good stock bars. It's just not for me as far as the width. Everything else, no problem. Love the digital gauge. Have had no problem seeing through it so far, and I've had it for like 2 days so far. Let's talk about something here. So, Harley Davidson, I got a little gripe with you, and if you could explain it to me, that'd be wonderful. How is it on the Street Bob, which is technically the second tier Softail from the bottom, coming after only the Softail Standard, which they're not going to make anymore? How is it that this bike has a little USB port on the side with a little waterproof cover or whatever, yet your Road King, and this is for all the rest of my Road King lovers, on a bike that probably about $10,000 more expensive, depending on when and where you buy it from, does not. And if you've seen my other videos, you've seen that I've run the wire myself, all this, that, and other. Yeah, that's fine, that's great. I don't know. Anyway, Harley, if you're listening, show some more love for the Road King, alright? The original king of the baggers, and I'll leave that right there. So yeah, I tell you what, so far, and I'm in what you call the break-in period, the engine's great. I feel like it's got a little more rumble, maybe not as smooth. And I haven't ridden the stock 114 in a while because my Road King does have a stage 2, but this has got like a raw rumble to it, and I like it. I like it a lot, and that could be because of many issues. It could be the fact that it's the way the motor is mounted on the Softail frame versus the way the motor is mounted on the touring frames. It could be that the engine is still in its braking period. Whatever, but she's got a little rumble to her, but I kind of like it. So yeah, so back to the break-in period. I am in the break-in period, and so I'm trying to take it a little easier than I normally would. Everybody kind of has their own feeling and thought about it, but to me, for my bikes personally, I want to ride it similar to the way that I ride, and what I mean by that is, whether you short shift or let it rev up. Right now, I'm trying to keep the RPMs low, not as low as they say that they recommend, because I'll tell you what, when you sign and drive, that man at the desk will tell you one thing, and as you walk around, you can ask all the other employees, and you'll probably hear a few different answers. And so to each their own. There are people out there who be like, hey, it's under warranty. Let's find out sooner or later where the weak spot is. And I respect that and all that. And so I started watching videos, doing some research about it, listening to engine builders. I know Kevin Baxter. If you don't know who that is, look him up on YouTube. Has a real good video on what they do as far as the break-in period for the engines they build, and all the technical stuff about the pistons and rings and the sleeve and all things that get affected. And there's several other really good videos out there. Again, this stuff is above my pay grade, but one of the things that Kevin had mentioned was as far as the way they test their engines is, they start in 500 RPM intervals. They'll bring it up, they'll rev it up, and let it decel, let it cool down, and then they go back, they check their air-fuel ratios, and they run it again, this time 500 more RPM. Now, I don't have that luxury, and I'm pretty sure you guys don't either. So what I'm doing, and then I did this for the Road King as well, is I try to stay under 4K, and I'm also trying to vary the RPMs. Meaning, like right now I'm on the highway. I'm at 2,800 RPMs. I don't know if you guys can see this on the thing. Well, maybe I'm a little more because there's somebody coming up behind me. But yeah, one of the things that I took back from Kevin's video and several other respected mechanics out there, builders and all other stuff, is to vary your RPM. Don't just keep it at 2,800 for extended periods of time during the braking period. You know, you can rev it up hard, decel, let it decel hard. You know, don't kill it if that's the kind of riding you do. But yeah, so that's my take on that. Love to hear how you guys do yours and what your take is. To each his own though, alright?
Alright guys, not a lot of mods I've done yet. Obviously I just got it, but I moved these Halo Harley LED taillights from the mustache bar of the old mustache bar of the Road King, since I don't have that anymore. Moved them here. Did a little license plate mod. It sticks out this way naturally, but if you can see, you just loosen up this bolt here, flip it, and I added an extra one here. It's a little carriage bolt. Just flip it sideways, make it the right size, and lock it. So it's kind of easy, that laid out license plate look. Pulled the bars back a little, took the reflectors off the legs in the front, and moved my biking bag Street Division bags to this bike, since I traded in the other one. I'm not going to get the bags too. And that's it for right now. So again, sorry it's been so long. I got a ton of videos coming your way, but here she is. I hope you like her, and I hope you like what I'm about to do. Take care.